Good morning. So today what we are going to see is about Mux and Demux. So in the case of this Mux and Demux, the Mux, the full form is multiplexer. Demux, it is demultiplexer. So Mux, how I remember is it starts with an M, right? So it will have many inputs. So it starts with M. So it will have many inputs and one output. So the inputs will always be in powers of 2, like 2 raised 1, 2 squared, 2 cube, and so on and so forth. Each of the input can take values of 1 or 0. Okay. Then the other parameters of the mux are select lines, which corresponds to the number of select lines corresponds to log inputs to the base 2. That will be the number of select lines. Each select line can also only take 0 or 1. So this is in order to remember this, and it will have only one output. Okay, the mux. So how to remember this? What is the purpose of the mux for an easy remembrance? What is an example? So it's like a soft drinks machine. It's like a soft drinks vending machine where there are multiple where there are multiple soft drinks and only one outlet. So there are different soft drinks at the input and only one outlet or one output. Which soft drink to come out of the outlet will depends on the select lines whatever we are going to select. So this is the example of 2 is to 1 mux. Like I told, many inputs. So 2 corresponds to 2 inputs. Each of this I0 or I1 can take only 0 or 1. And which one to come at the output? Only one output will be always there. Which of this input should come at the output? That corresponds to the select line. So select line, what is the formula? Log number of inputs, which was 2 to the base 2, which will be equal to 1. That is what S0. Now 4 is to 1 mux, it will have 4 inputs, I0 to I3, 1 output. Number of select lines equals log 4 to the base 2 equals 2, denoted by S1 and S0. So what all S1 S0 can take? What are the different permutations? 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. Now for an 8 is to 1 mux, the inputs are I0 to I7 and only one output. Log 8 to the base 2, that will be equal to 3. So 3 select lines are there. Sometimes there will be an enable also. Okay. So enable means if the enable is activated. So in this case, if the enable is 1, then only the mux will work. Otherwise, it won't work. So now for an example. Now suppose the select lines are 0 1 1, means the third input will be selected. So I0, suppose I am giving these values as the input, like 0 0 1 1 etc., all the way up to 0, and the select lines are 0 1 1, means I3 will be selected. So in this case, I3 is this one 1. So I3, that 1 will be coming. So this is what happens with a mux. Now demux is the reverse of this one. The same concepts, we'll have the number of select lines will be equal to log outputs to the base 2, and we'll have an one input. So it is like one soft drink is there in a vending machine, and then we'll have 2 select lines for a 1 is to 4 demux, and based on the select line the soft drink will come to the respective output. Okay. Now the boolean expression. So for a mux, if it's a 2 is to 1 mux, the boolean expression means the relationship between the input and the output variables, right? So for a 2 is to 1 mux, y is the output, only one output is there. So our expression will be S1 complement S0 complement I0, or sorry, for a 2 is to 1 mux, you will have only one. So S0 complement I0 plus S0 into I1. So if you give S0 equals 0, implies you will have only this step, you will get I0. And if you give S0 equals 1, you will get I1. So similarly for 4 is to 1 mux, 8 is to 1 mux, and so on and so forth, you will have the same output equations. So we have only one expression because we have only one output. Now in the case of a 1 is to 2 demux, we will have two expressions because two outputs are there. So this will be equal to y0 and y1. So what will be y0? Y0 will be equal to s0 complement I, and y1 will be equal to s0 I. So if I give s0 equals 0, you will get y0 equals I, and y1 will be equal to 0. Similarly, if s0 equals 1, we will be equal to y1 equals I, and y0 will be equal to 0 based on the expressions. The I could take the values 0 or 1. Thank you.